Right, this is second video for logs. Okay, if you haven't watched the first video and you think that you have very weak basics log, please go and find the first video first before you watch this video, because in this video I only will introduce these two formula. The other formula, not to say formula, the other law of log actually I already explained in the first video. So I hope if you are not sure how to solve the log and you do not have basics, so just go and find the first video before you watch this one, because this one I'm going to explain this law and then I'm going to bring in a lot of like example or questions which I think you might see in your exam. Alright, so first is, okay, this is one of the very important law in log. What we call is changing the base. Okay, change base. So basically, how we're going to change base? Okay, both of this one is change base also, but then this one you will use more frequently, this one is like least frequently, but then yeah, both is correct also. So normally how you change is something like this. Let's say I got log let's say I got log x27. Alright, now if I want to change the base x to any base I want, I can okay, let's say I want to change the base x to base 3. Alright, so what I do is, remember how I do over here. So how I do is I draw a line. This is a line for fraction, and then if I want to change to base 3, I will write log base 3 on the top and bottom. Okay, I will write log base 3 here, log base 3 here, because this is base 3 I want. If you want base 11, you just write log base 11, log base 11. Alright, and then this one on the top, I will write the bigger number, and then on the bottom, this one I will write the base. So this one, the number over here is 27, base is 8. Then I'm done. This is the way I change base. Alright, so it's very simple. You just draw a line, whatever base you want you just write, and then the number put on the top, the base number put on the bottom. With this one you use more frequent compared to this one. This one actually is very simple, but then this one is just in case you need something in base 27, because actually this one you can see AB he changed to BA, so you got 1 over log base 27 8. He just switch both of this one and add a 1 over for this. Alright, so yeah, so this one actually you use least frequent. So over here I have to emphasize this formula. So in order to make sure you fully understand about this formula, so actually I bring in few examples which you need to change base. Okay, for example, have a look on the question over here. You say given that log base 4x equals to log base 25, find the values of x. Okay, I will write down the equation over here. This is log base 4x equals to log 25. Okay, now you have to make a decision whether you want to change the log base 4 to base 2, or you want to change the base 2 to base 4, because a lot of students just not so sure which one to change. Alright, remember what I say over here is, whenever you got 4 and 2, we always change base for the number which is bigger or larger. So if I have 4 and 2 over here, I will choose 4. Okay, if I have 3 and 27 over here, I will choose 27. Choose the base which have the largest value. Right? Okay, so over here I change base 4 to base 2. Alright, so over here, if I want to change this one to base 2, it's very simple. I say I draw a line. Alright, and then I will write base 2, base 2. Log base 2, base 2. And then the bigger number, I write at the top. Base, I write on the bottom. I'm done the process. Okay, I'm done the process. Okay, so I have done the process. So now this is log 25. Alright, then, very simple is, this is 4 is 2 power of 2, right? So this one I will got log base 2x over, okay, over 2. How I know it's 2? If I expand this one, what I will got is, Okay, I use different marker just not to confuse you. I got log 2, 2 power of 2. And then the 2 I say we can move it in front. So we got 2, log 2, 2 will equals to 1. I said log A will equals to 1. So therefore, I will got 2. Alright, will equals to log 2, 5. Alright, and last video I also mentioned if you got something like this over 2, actually you can change this one to 1 over 2 multiple log 2x, isn't it? This one actually is the same. If you multiply 1 over 2 into it, actually you will get back exactly the same thing. Will equals to log 2, 5. Then I say whatever number in front which is multiple log you can bring out become the power. So this one I will got log 2x power 1 over 2 will equals to log 2, 5. Okay, until this step, both sides only got 1 log 2 and log 2, I know I can simplify. Alright, so this one is called what? X 1 over 2 equals to 5. So x will equals to, so basically we want to get this one with square both sides, so 5 square. So x will equals to 25. Alright, so you have to understand power 1 over 2 actually means square root. Square root you move to the other side, actually you will give it a square. Okay, so 5 square you got 25. Alright, not really hard, right? But then first, okay, in this kind of question, first you must know how to chain base. You must know how to chain base. Okay, after you can chain base, you need to know how to read this one. If you are unable to see this one equals to 1 over 2 multiple log 2x, then it's very hard for you to solve. Or of course, you can still move the 2 to the other side, become multiple 2. And then 2 you move up, it become 5 square, so you'll get back the same thing. You can move, means you can multiple 2 for both sides, or sometimes they call something like this. Move the 2 to the other side, become 2 multiple the whole thing, right? So 2 multiple the whole thing, 2 I say multiple, you can move up, become power. So you got 5 square over here, then you simplify log 2 and log 2, you got x equal to 5 square, you got back the same answer. Alright, this is one of the considered famous question in SPM, so just make sure you can fully understand how I solve it. Alright, okay, then I will move on to next one. Okay, in this video I'm going to do a bit fast, so because all of you have the basic already. Okay, in this case, given that log 3m minus log 27n equals to 0. Okay, I just write the equation down. This is log 3m minus log 27n equals to 0. Okay, first, when it detects, actually both of these have the different base, right? We know we have to change base. I say, when you got 3 and 27, choose the largest value to change. So we change the base for 27. So obviously 27 is related to 3. So I know this one, I will change everything to base 3. So I will change base. Remember how I do? Draw a line. If you want log 3, right? You just write log 3, log 3. N is a bigger number, right at the top. Base, right on the bottom. Equals to 0. Alright. Then, what we got is, this one is log 3 m minus log 3n. This one, you become 3 cubed, right? 3 you move in front. Log 3 equals to 1, so this one is 3 equals to 0. Alright, until here, what the question was is express m in terms of n. So, I must make m as a subject. So I move this one to the other side. The minus become positive, so log 3 m equals to log 3n over 3. Over 3 means 1 over 3 multiple the whole thing, isn't it? So 1 over 3 I can move up. So I will got log 3m equals to log 3n power of 1 over 3. And then both sides only got 1 log 3, right? I can simplify. So m will equals to n power of 1 over 3. I'm done. This one is m in terms of n. M in terms of n. Alright, simple. Okay, we move on to the next one. Alright, But just remember, when he say express m in terms of n, so you try to like make sure the question do not have log. Alright, let's move on. Okay, if we have something like this, okay, this one is quite simple because both have the same log base, right? So if both have the same log base, for me I think it's quite simple. Alright, okay, but you have a number which do not have log. Do you see you have a number do not have log? So you have a 1 here, you either change all to have log 5, or those number have log 5 one, you categorize them together, and this one do not have log 5, you move to the other side. Okay, so okay, I'm trying to show you. Okay, let's say number I put here, log 5 I put the other way. Okay, here is 1, right? So I put a 1 equals to, this one is log 5x. Okay, I move the whole thing to the other side. Plus will become minus log 5 2x minus 3. Okay, this step is very simple. Just like a plus 1 equals to b. I move the a to the other side, become minus a. Okay, nothing special. Alright, now you see, actually I put all the log 5 together and number on the other side. Alright, if you can do under this step, you know next step is you're going to factorize out the log 5. So factorize out the log 5. I say when you factorize, minus means what? Minus will mean divide. Mean this one divide by this one. So x divide, because it's minus, it's plus will become multiple. Okay, 2x minus 3. In last video I mentioned a loss of time. If you got log and then bracket, inside the bracket you got plus or minus, this one you can never explain. You can never expand. Don't ever expand whenever log bracket you got plus or minus on the middle. This one will not become log 5 2x minus log 5 3, or this one will never become the log 5 2x divide by log 5 3. Okay, this one in this term you can never expand, because a lot of students will make this mistake. Never expand, never expand. Okay, remember when you got this term, log bracket, this term you never expand. Alright, okay, then this one, last video I mentioned, if log base 5, we throw this one to the other side, we have got base become number, number become power. Alright, equals to x over 2x minus 3. Alright, then will be very easy. We know this one do not have log already, so I multiply this one over that side. I got 10x minus 15 equals to x. So x move the other side, so 9x will equals to 15. Okay, so x will equals to 15 over 9, which is simplified. Divide by 3, 5 over 3 equals to x. I'm done. Alright, so just to know when you need to categorize, those have log, put them together. Those only have number, put on the other side. And then after that, factorize this one. Make sure log 5 minus will become divide. Okay, and this one you never expand it, just leave it like that. So the whole thing put at the bottom. Okay, and then move the log 5 to the other side. You've got 5 will become number, this one will become power. If you're not sure about how this happens, go to have a look on the first video, because I do explain over there. Alright, simple. Okay, we move on. Alright, let's see. We have the question like this. Okay, ask you solve the equation. So first every time when I start to solve, I will always check they have the same base or not. Yes, both is log 4 and number on the other side. So this question is very easy because it already categorized for you already. You see, all the log 5 he put one side, number he put on the other side. So in this case, very simple. You just need to know you need to factorize out log 4 and never expand this one. I say case like this one, you can never expand. Okay, don't expand bracket or plus or minus on the middle. Alright, so simple, we just factorize out log 4. Okay, put a big bracket, and then I say minus mean divide. So x divided by x minus 1 equals to 2. Alright, then move the log base 2 to the other side. I say base will become number, the number over here will become power. Alright, so this is 8x over x minus 1. Then just do the simple multiplication. This is 16, so it is 16x minus 16. Alright, move the 16 to the other side. This is 16. 16x minus x, this is x. So x will equals to 16 over 8, which is x will equals to 2. And done. Alright, so this one, as long as you know what to do, actually you can solve it like less than 30 seconds or less than 1 minute. It's very simple. Just factorize out the log 4, and then the middle sign, if minus become divide, plus become multiple, and never expand this one. Then throw the log 4 to the other side, 4 become number, number become power. That's all. Alright, last two before I end this video. So this one is going to be a very short video. I hope this video can give you more different type of example to make sure you understand the log better. Alright, in this example, okay, say given that log 5 2 equals to n and log base 5 8 equals to p, and then ask you express. Okay, this kind of question is a little bit difficult compared to the previous one. Okay, because now you got 6.4. Okay, first is because what you see over here, you will see 2 and 8. You must try to relate 6.4, you only can relate to 5, 2 and 8. Because if this one relate to 5, you know log 5 will equals to 1. Okay, and then log 5 2 you can change to m, and log 5 8 you can change to p. So over here you only have 3 choice. Relate 6.4 to 2, 8 and 5. 5 is because they are own base. Alright. 2 and 8 is because of question 1, and then he's going to ask you to express express this one in terms of m and p. So your answer equals to something m and something p. Alright, so first step is, when I got decimal, I always change it to a fraction. 6.4 means what? 6.4 means actually 64 over 10. Okay, then we start to analyze over here. 64, yes, 64 is x squared. Then you see, I relate to the 8 already. 10 is what? 2 multiple 5. You see, 2 and 5. I only can have this number. If I have 7 or 6, I can never solve it because log 5 7 or log 5 6 actually is not given in this question. So I only can change this number into 2, 5 and 8. Alright, so I'm going to start it over here. So I write nicely in order to make you fully understand. So I'm going to do something like this. This is x squared, because 64 equals to 2 multiple 5. Because next step is we need to expand this one, because just now we factorize out log 5, now on the other way around. So I write log 5, the first one is x squared. Divide mean minus, divide mean minus. Then I put a bracket because bottom I have 2 terms, 2 and 5. So this is log 5 2. Okay, multiple means what? Multiple means plus, right? Plus log 5 5. Alright, if you can understand this one, it will be very easy to solve already. So over here, I'm going to show you what will happen. Alright, then let me do over here. So, yeah, then I will equals to 2, I can move in front, right? Because I say power actually you can move in front, become 2 multiple log 5 8, and then minus, okay, this is log 5 power of 2. Okay, minus, remember the minus have to multiple for both. Okay, so this one will be minus also. Minus log 5 5 is equals to 1. Log 8 8 equals to 1. Alright, then it's very simple. Log 5 8 equals to p. So this one called 2p minus log 5 2 equals to m minus 1. Then I'm done. Alright, so it's not really hard, but then you need to understand, because most of the time for this kind of question, the student have the difficulties like how to change 6.4 into something related to 8 and 2. So always change, most of the time you give decimal, always change the decimal into a fraction, and then try to think how you're going to change your fraction related to only few number is given in the question. Alright, so okay, before I end this video, I'm going to show you the last types of question. Okay, this one is very easy, but then a lot of students, when they see the question like this, he might think that, should I use indices or use log to solve? Actually, in the last video, I do mention a little bit on this part. Because first, you want to decide whether to use indices or log. First, you have to analyze something like this. Is it possible 3 were related to 8? It's not possible. It's like 3 and 9 we know is possible, or 3 to 27 I know is possible, or let's say 2 related to 8 is possible, like 64 related to 8 is possible, but then 3 and 8, they do not have any relationships. Okay, if they do not have any relationship, you know you have to use log to solve it. Alright, so when you add log, in almost 90% of the case, you just add log base 10. Alright, you don't simply add something like log base 5 or log base 8. Okay, use base 10, because base 10 is the value which is easiest for you to press in calculator. So I add log base 10 to both sides. So log base 10, normally we never write any base here, so it will be log 3 2x minus 1 equals to log 8x. Okay, if you worry, you can write the 10 on the bottom, it's okay also, but then most of the time we don't need to write that. Alright, and then if you know about the rule of the log, we know that the power actually we can move in front. Correct or not? The power we can move in front because the whole thing multiply this one. Alright, so I will got 2x minus 1 multiple with log 3 equals to x multiple with log 8. Alright, because he asked you to solve this kind of question, so solve means what? Solve means you have to find the values of x. So over here, actually you press calculator, log 3 is a number. Okay, let me check. Let me take my calculator. Okay, so if you press calculator, log 3 actually is just a number. Alright, so you assume this is a number. So I multiply the number into the 2x and I multiply the number into -1. Alright, so what I do is, okay, I multiply this one into the both. So I will have 2x multiple log 3, okay, minus 1 multiple log 3 is just log 3 lah, equals to x multiple log 8. Okay, of course in this kind of example, we have to like, those have x1, we have to put them together. Alright, those have x1, we have to put them together. So it's very simple. This one is like, okay, so actually 2 you can multiply in if you want. Okay, so actually what I do is I move this one to this side, move this one to the other side. So okay, this is like 2. Okay, I'm going to write something like 2. Okay, all of this is multiple, right? So 2 log 3, because later have to multiple x. Okay, move this side, this one will become log 8x equals to log 3, because minus log 3 will become positive, this one move to this side will become negative. I just switch their place because easy for me to see, because this is the coefficient of x, this is a coefficient of x. Do you see that? Okay, then I just factorize out my x. Okay, then all the coefficient will leave over here. This is 2 multiple log 3. Okay, minus log 8 equals to log 3. Then therefore x will equals to log 3 divided by 2 multiple log 3 minus log 8. Just like this. And then of course, last part you can press calculator. So when I press calculator time, you must be careful. The better way, you put the bracket on the bottom. So I'm going to
teach you how to press log 3, and then okay, we divide, right? So divide, I'm going to press the bracket 2 multiple log 3, alright, and then minus log 8 close bracket. Okay, so I will got the value is 9.33 for x. Alright, you can do like this. Of some of the students, actually they love to substitute the value into it first, also can. For example, you know log 3, okay, you can press log 3 over here first, something like, okay, let's say log 3 is equals to 0.477, okay, 0.4771, and log 8 will equals to, okay, 0.903. Okay, you can straight away multiple in, and then here you will got 0.903x, and then this one multiple in, this one obviously 0.4771 multiple 2. Yeah, if you multiply this one, you got 0.954x, and then minus 0.4771. Okay, if in this kind of case you know it's very easy for you to solve, right? You just move this one, those have x one, you put them together, number you put on the other side, then it just equals to 0.954x minus 0.903 x equals to 0.4771, and then you just minus as usual. So you just press a calculator like 0.954 minus 0.903. Okay, then you will got something like this, which is 0.051 x equals to 0.4771. So x will equals to 0.4771 over 0.051. So I just press 0.4771. Okay, divide by answer. Yeah, I will got back the same answer. Okay, of course in these cases, actually my calculator is getting something like 9.35. Here is 9.33 because of the decimal. If I press log 3, actually I have a very long decimal. But this one actually I simplified to 3 decimal place only. So you will got a little bit difference in the value, but it's still correct. So, okay, so whenever you see the question like this, please remember how to do. Actually, it's not really hard. Okay, if you cannot use indices, please use log to do. And whenever you need to use log, always substitute log base 10. Alright, remember power, you can move in front, or you can from in front move up, become power. Alright, just remember the basic law of the log. It's going to help you to solve this kind of question. Alright, thanks for watching.